The new Nissan Micra is a small family hatch absolutely ready again to mix it with the best Superminis out there. Dig deeper than those standout looks, with concealed handles for the rear doors adding to a coupe-like feel and dramatic contours, and you discover a car from the Japanese marque that makes you look forward to the next drive. You can enjoy most of the new Micra's fun factor from £11,995, which starts the range off with a 998cc petrol engine. But the clever money on the petrol front is on a smaller 898cc unit that actually produces more power and is nicer to drive, and costs from £13,915. Swing up to the top of the range Tekna, powered by a Nissan-derived 1.5-liter diesel engine, and you discover the car driven here. For those who spend great tracts of their time at the wheel, the diesel's economy will seduce. This 18,765 pounds car will efficiently average 80.7 mpg and emit just 92 grams per kilometre of CO2. Whichever engine is doing the work, the Micra feels alert and nimble, the sort of car a deeply untechy owner will enjoy driving even if they don't know why. It's the way it turns crisply into corners. There's a big, deep boot on the rear seat, with seatbelts for 3, is ideal for kids. This most expensive model comes with good-looking 17-inch alloy wheels with low-profile tires, but the smaller wheels, and more resilient tires, of lesser versions may well be smoother. But dismiss the practicalities for a moment. People who have no interest in cars, shockingly, there are some, said how smart the Micra looked, inside and out. That happens with the odd Bentley, but rarely on something in the Micra's orbit. The Tekna-grade test car came dripping with kit, from satin-out, aircon and heated front seats to a Bose sound system with 2 speakers in the driver's seat headrest, yes, really, rear-view camera and parking sensors. Like every new Micra in the UK, it also has a safety pack that lets the car score a top 5-star safety rating. Included is emergency braking that detects pedestrians ahead, or in one instance put the brakes on when frightened by a warning bollard on a country road corner, taken with enthusiasm.
Salt River Project announced that Nissan North America has extended its incentive program to offer SRP customers the opportunity to purchase a 2017 Nissan Leaf from a participating Maricopa County dealership at a discounted rate. The deal, which has been extended to September 30th, has resulted in record Leaf sales for Arizona. Arizona has been ranked 5th in the nation for Leaf sales in July, as more of the electric vehicles were sold last month than in the previous 4 months combined. The incentive to SRP customers began July 1st. Our customers are clearly excited about what an electric vehicle can offer them, said Kelly Barr, SRP Senior Director of Environmental Management and Chief Sustainability and Compliance Executive. We are excited to work with Nissan to offer our customers an opportunity to invest in an electric vehicle that will save them money while helping the environment. Through a group purchase program, Nissan will provide a $10,000 incentive to eligible SRP customers who purchase the all-electric Leaf, with the added potential for a $7,500 federal tax credit. To participate in Nissan's incentive program, SRP customers must present the discount code, along with a copy of the customer's SRP utility bill or e-bill, to a participating dealership. To access the discount code and dealership list, visit srpnet.com/. Of offer. This incentive program is a limited offer until September 30th, while supplies last, and may be subject to additional limitations and eligibility requirements. Nissan is responsible for paying all incentives. Investing in an electric vehicle can result in real savings, improved efficiency and a cleaner environment, Barr said. Driving an electric vehicle can provide access to the HOV lane and save you money in several different ways, such as fuel costs, vehicle license fees and maintenance costs. SRP residential customers who purchase or lease a qualified electric vehicle are eligible to join the SRP EV community, where they can receive updated industry research, news and information by logging on to srpnet.com/EV. They can also learn more about saving money by charging their vehicles during lower-priced, off-peak hours through the SRP EV price plan at srpnet.com/EV7. Customers may calculate their savings from switching to an all-electric vehicle at srp.watchblend.com/EV. Find out where the closest plug-in stations are near you by visiting plugshare.com.
A white blur in the rearview mirror zigzagged up to us in the midst of summer traffic. It was a Volkswagen wagon, filled with 5 teenage boys baiting me to race. There was nothing but taillights up ahead. I waved, they returned a less friendly gesture and spurted stupidly ahead. But off the next ramp, with an empty country road stretching out straight as a rail, I gave in to temptation. The Nissan GTR is a time machine. Every time I floored it, my stomach lifted in opposition to the gravity of adulthood, and a small but rapturous part of me felt like those feral idiots in the VW. Unbound, unwithered, rocketing down a road where consequence only existed in the next second. The wagon boys and I weren't alone in our admiration. 2 teens on bikes jumped the curb into the parking lot and started with the selfies, commenting, perhaps, on the broader grille with larger air intakes, the more sculpted hood, the Tennessee plates from Nissan's North American headquarters. The reality of GTR beyond video games. It wasn't just young people marveling at the rare appearance of a supercar on suburban streets. "Sweet ride, man," said a man who had probably just come of legal driving age when the first GTR arrived in the US in 2008. The GTR has come of age in 2017 with its most significant update. The 565 horsepower sports coupe has a more pronounced lip and side sills to help with airflow, and the blocky rear is chunkier, more menacing. Godzilla, as it is known, is growing into its body. Why does Godzilla in the wild elicit such reverence? It's part newness, part Nissan. The uninitiated recognize its power but doubt the Nissan badge, better known for crossovers. It starts at $109,990 and sells only about 1,000 annually, roughly a tenth of the Porsche 911 and all its iterations. GTR is rare, young and special. Godzilla fans know that it is quick, sick quick, hitting 60 mph in 2.9 seconds, and it is fast, blazing fast, attaining a top speed of 191 mph, according to Car and Driver. That quickness from the 3.8-liter twin-turbo V6 starts taking your breath away at the 2,000 RPM's range, but it keeps intensifying until hitting peak 467 pound-feet of torque between 3,300 and 5,800 RPMs. Staying on the accelerator can cause fear, unfettered feral fear, every sense howling like the glorious engine noise, vibrating, screaming, swirling inside the cabin in your chest. It is awesome in every sense of the word. The long, thin paddle shifters are mounted to the steering column, but the 6-speed dual-clutch automatic is quicker and smarter. It knows what you want, so it is best just to steer. While the handcrafted engine remains relatively the same since the beginning, with a sign plate by the one engineer who worked on that specific engine, the engineers keep tweaking the GTR, so the 565 horsepower is 20 horsepower more than last year's model. The most significant appeal of the GTR is its versatility. Not like a hatchback versatile, more like driver-style versatile. It is immensely accessible. The long wheelbase, low center, near-perfect weight distribution from a front-mounted engine are complemented with an all-wheel drive system that inspires confidence in less experienced drivers and tempts more experienced drivers to lose their wagon. GTR is called Godzilla, by me anyway, for how massively and surprisingly its power can erupt, yet for how docile and comfortably it can hold drivers on longer trips. It also comes roaring out of turns with better balance than any car we've driven. The most significant updates for 2017 are in Godzilla's living room. We drove back-to-back trips about 150 miles each to our neighbor state to the north, and had no fatigue or cramping as in other cars of this kind. Nissan says it beefed up the noise cancellation and dampened the harshness. We didn't notice any undue road noise or back-braking suspension stiffness. It might seem inconsequential in this context, but we averaged 23 mpg on our road trips. There's a spaciousness in its roofline and cabin, not enough to fit anyone behind the driver in the 2+2 layout, but good enough to get two kids around town. And that trunk. At 8.8 cubic feet, it fit my daughter's hockey bag better than some hatchbacks. 2 sets of clubs should be doable. The guy at the coffee drive-thru whistled and said, "Nice saddleback interior." Wow! Technically, the Rakuda 10 seats with hand-stitched interior were semi-aniline leather, meaning the dye maintained the texture of the surface, as part of the $4,000 premium interior package instead of plain Jane Recaro racing seats. The center dash has slimmed down from 27 controls to just 11, centered by an 8-inch touchscreen that is easy to use. Nissan's insistence on buttons, dials and way too many of everything has turned us off in other models, and we hope the controller dial on the carbon fiber center console, which supplements the touchscreen so you can zoom in and out of a map by just turning the dial, for instance, will make its way to all Nissan products. There's a balance inside and out, on the track or around town, uncommon in a supercar such as this. This rare breed of car, which makes novice drivers feel confident and confident drivers push their limits, is worth the stranger selfie, the admiring nods, even perhaps an appreciative taunt from a wagon full of fools. Godzilla is that good.